So I have to be honest, I'm a bit confused right now. We have seen on social media, and I hope to God you haven't had to see this, but for those who have, we've witnessed scenes of hundreds of Druze tortured, killed, humiliated by Syrian forces inside of Syria, targeting minority communities in the south, in Sueda. There's nearly 1 million Druze, by the way, living in that area. They're coming under attack. And yet, I'm not seeing much global outrage. I'm not seeing protesters lining the streets of Western capitals. No one really seems to be that interested. I wonder why that is. I thought all they care about is human rights and standing up for the downtrodden. Where's all the great resolutions in the UN and all these other esteemed global institutions? Where are the political outcries, the politicians, the calls of genocide? Doesn't seem to be much going on, doesn't seem to be making much headlines. Just so you can understand the brutality of what's happening, have a watch of this report. This is a report by I-24, by the way, an Israeli channel.
هاي البناية ابن عمي كان ساكن فيها، والدكتور عدنان مهنا والعقيد عدنان مهنا وكم واحد كانوا هون. 4 مسلحين اجوا لهون ما قدرنا نهاجمهم لانه معهم قذائف هيك. انذبح بالحارة هون ولد وانزت بجولة. وابن عمي معه كان 5 نسوان و6 اولاد، اكبر واحد فيهم عمره 12 سنة. نزلوا فيهم بقذائف الهاوي والقص وذبح، وبدنا نذبحكم وبدنا نحللكم، وفاتوا يخبطوا على الشبابيك وهيك.
المرأة اللي لقوها قيادي عمية، مرة عمية، قتلوها، قوسوها، ذبحوها يا خي، عم يبشروا بالعالم، عم يبشروا بالجثث. زلمة شيخ كبير أخذوه وبلشوا يجرجوه ويقولوا له نبح وعوي. هذول دولة التعوي والتنوي الله لا يوفقهم، دواعش قتلة دولة إرهاب. لا بيت ولا شيء ولا شيء، لأنه نحن قاعدين بالأجار. سرقوا لي ما خلوا لي شيء، مو أنتم ولادي سرقوا لي فيهم. ما خلوا لي لا فريش ولا طرحة ولا شيء، وجوا علينا بدهم يذبحونا. شردنا وجينا. صرنا 3 أيام هون قاعدين لا أكل ولا شحار.
يا عمي والله ليكوا ما خلوا لنا شيء، نهبونا وذبحونا. بيجيبوا الموس بيذبحوا لنا الانسان من رقبته من ورا، مش بالقدام من ورا. الطفل عم بيغلوا طنجره مي سخنه، بدب الطفل بالمي السخنه. نترجى منكم يا المتحده يا اهل الخير.
Evil, 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 evil. There's no other way to describe this. I saw El Jacobi CCing Candace Owens, who's obsessed with Israel, considers Jews basically to be demonic. Yet, what does she have to say about the Greek Orthodox in Syria issuing an urgent plea amid massacres of Druze and Christians? And yet, there's just so much disinterest. It is completely shocking, and yet it's not shocking at all, is it? Because as we've come to see, no Jews, no news, and no Jews, they don't really care. And this I share with you, first of all, to raise awareness of the plight of the Druze, which, by the way, Israel is coming to their aid, but also, importantly, to understand that the shame and the indignation levelled at Israel is not based on genuine care and sympathy, and don't fall into that trap of thinking that. It might be among some who are just paying attention to the news and they don't really understand much and they're ignorant. But for those who go out onto the streets, who are informed, who know exactly what's going on with them is not about a care for these people. It's about Jew hatred. It's about the fact that it's the Jews and they are simply quite sadistically manipulating and using what's going on in the Middle East and war as a way to justify or cover their Jew hatred. And so I share this with you so that you should have the strength and confidence not to fall for the lies against Israel, to feel the need to be overly apologetic, because this picture here demonstrates very clearly what the conflict is really about. And there's actually something else that I want to share with you, which will help you understand the roots of this conflict and that it's really been about Jew hatred. And that is in this new documentary we've created, which is about the fact that Arab anti-Semitism, Islamic anti-Semitism, predates Israel's rebirth. And if you know what happened before Israel's re-establishment, you'll know that it's got nothing to do with what Israel's done. Have a watch of our trailer on possibly one of the most important documentaries we've ever created. Picture yourself, it's 1834 and you're a Jew living in Tzfat, which is a northern city in Israel, then under the Ottoman Empire. Your family is part of this ancient city's spiritual heart for generations. You study Torah, you trade in the market, and live quietly among your Arab neighbours. But one day, a mob storms your street, shouting, "Kill the Jews!" Your home is looted, your synagogue burned, your loved ones beaten. This isn't about Israel. Israel won't exist for 114 years. This isn't about settlements, the IDF, or the 1948 displacements. This is raw, violent hatred aimed at you for being a Jew. And it's not just in Palestine, it's part of a centuries-old story of anti-Semitism woven into Arab and Islamic history, from the dawn of Islam to the streets of Hebron. The claim that this conflict began with Israel's creation, the Nakba, or modern policies, is a farce, a distortion that collapses under history's magnifying glass. Welcome to JTV Plus. I'm Ollie Annisfeld, and today we're uncovering a history too often buried, the relentless anti-Semitism among Arabs in Palestine before 1948, rooted in a broader Arab and Muslim hostility that began with Islam's inception in the 7th century. To watch this JTV Plus documentary and access much more premium content, click on the link in the video description.